He's the only guy with the gall to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like if anyone snoozed my ads that wasn't Daniel, they'd insta fucking lose their little green sword. You know, like you don't mess with a man's income. Like it's not acceptable.
Well, the
There was
fact
a
that he
time
keeps
when,
getting away with it as well means he's correctly read the situation.
Exactly. Nowadays he stopped snoozing them and he just leaves the stream.
He just gives up. He's a beaten man.
You get paid if you're a CX mod by donations. That's because
You do?
Xavier wants a good mod team. Xavier wants to give back to the community. I'm not about that. That's why I have a bunch of mods that don't moderate.
Just there's a presence, but they're not doing anything.
That's why, like, 50% of the time the Preds don't close, and the other 50% of the time the Preds will never open.
The perfect system.
Yep. Marky sad facing. Marky, you're not around for these Asia streams very much. Be for real. This is not prime time for you. This is North American Degenerate Hour and Australians. Can we open a poll for where you're from? Let's get a poll for where you're from.
What, the chat? I feel like it's going to be... I think it'll be actually quite European. Like European plus Australian.
Alright, start poll. Duration.
Okay,
2 minutes. Well. Where are you from? Vote, people.
Where am I from? EU.
My god, EU is actually dominating. I thought this was North American Degenerate Hour, and 55% of my viewers right now and climbing appear to be European.
You're Samoan? There's no option for Samoa?
I mean, we respect the Polynesian community, even if, I struggle to identify them on I guess so.
Thank you, Ice Gnome as well for the Prime. Are you relegating Gen G tomorrow, mate? Oh no, wait, you're not on a team anymore. Fuck. You need to go play for Peps tomorrow. You need
Is Gen G in relegation already if they lose?
Well, it's the game against Peps, right? So if Gen G can't beat any of the top 5 team or the other top 5 teams, and then they lose to Peps, and then Quick Esports are winning games and doing well, all of a sudden Gen G actually, they're desperate for Gen G to win this game, even though we're only on week 3. But yeah, Ice is obviously on VP, so he's got what is becoming the EMEA Classic this year, Alcad versus Virtus Pro for the umpteenth time.
Holy shit. 57% EU, 21% NA, 18% OS, 4% Asia. Bunch of Euros in here.
Of course, mate. It's good hours for the Euros.
It's only midday in Europe, mate. Thought half of the viewers of my stream would be asleep at midday.
Yeah, that's what Jay's saying. Yeah, 2 PM in Germany. Yeah, not too Korea is actually a really nice time.
German guy, what time do you wake up? What time do you wake up every day, German guy? No sleep, just OWCS for me in NA. Yeah, NA Degenerate Hour. Guy man 2.
Did something happen to the YouTube stream? Yeah, my internet died for a second, so a YouTube stream is up, but it'll be a new VOD essentially. But if you go to my channel and look in live, there should be another one there. People filtering back into the YouTube chat now. Yeah, Twitch manages to sort of keep the lights on, as it were. Give or take. I did lose a chunk of viewers, but YouTube full shut down. Yeah. Jay, the German guy, usually wake up at 7. A very reasonable wake-up time from Jay.
A very employed person is the impression that I get from that.
You know, when I do the player interviews, and I send the messages around, right? Like, you guys, you're free, blah, 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 what time can you do, etc. It's so incredibly rare I can ever even get one before midday European time, considering I'm an hour behind most of the European countries, if not 2 hours behind. Like, I remember talking to Shockwave and being like, oh, can we do like 12 or something, you know? Noon. He was like, that's a bit early, mate. And I was like, it's not, but okay.
Yeah, noon is actually crack of dawn.
Crack of dawn situation for these guys, yeah.
No way. Pirates game has crashed.
Oh no.
That's enough. He's actually winning this game too. He's held at the end of second. 3 minutes to attack. This game has crashed. This hurts. Look at the anguish in his eyes.
Remember stories of Sparker being a DJ and waking up at 3 p.m? Yeah, Spark is like... Spark without the structure. He's immediately off the rails.
Doesn't sleep very well. To be fair, though, a lot of that did turn out to be Hardy's fault. Everyone
Yeah,
was
but
just,
I think
he was too conflict averse.
Yeah. Bless him as well. You gotta have to say something about, you know, when people think about, like, strong mentality or resilience, they normally think of, like, big, strong, bold characters. Whereas actually Spark is just sort of quietly resilient, you know? He will just tank these large amounts of mental impact. Tank illness, sleep deprivation, not complain, not say anything, just get on with it. And then get ridiculed for it, and then still not mention there's a perfectly reasonable reason for all of it. Just continues to tank for damage out of respect.
He can't log in. He's going to get a one-day ban because of his game crashing.
No. Yeah, there's a new YouTube... I'll link it in the Twitch chat. But yeah, there's a new YouTube stream now because it died. So when I start it again, it gives it a new URL and stuff.
Listen to the anguish, the despair. It's been 2 minutes, mate.
So what you're saying is he's Swedish. Yeah, that's a quicker way of saying what I said about about Spark.
Oh my god.
Shout out Sweden? Yeah, shout out Sweden. Been to Sweden. Everyone was nice. Good people. Good food. Everything was reasonably priced. Got to see the palace. The palace was nice. No complaints about Sweden. Sorrow says I get it so bad. Yeah, real first-hand experience.
Oh, poor guy. Let's see what Jonathan's up to.
You fuck with the salty licorice they had? I don't think I had any. They had some good reindeer as well. I don't think I had any reindeer.
I'm sure Cool wants to play. I'm gonna answer the call. We're doing a giveaway.
You doing you got the cardboard stuff as well?
Yep. Craig's apologising for the quality of the giveaway, but at the end of the day, it's about the intention. It's about.
Also, I looked at the cardboard stuff, and it's decent actually. You know, like
it's good. It's just
a good fun skin. Yeah. Oh, is it old? Okay, I see.
Yeah. No, Deadlock, don't update at 130 megabits per second. It's going to do something to my bitrate. Oh god, it's going at 300 megabits per second. If the stream dies, I'm sorry. Steam is just... Oh god, it's going at a gigabit! It's at 500... 600! No! If this kills the stream...
It's alright, between us, mate. As long as one of us keeps the stream running at a time.
I've had to pause the update for Deadlock. It was rapidly approaching a gigabit. It's going to kill your viewing experience.
Have you really been to Sweden?
Do you have Street Fighter bundle codes?
No. Oh, we don't know. Have you really been to Sweden? If you haven't had, I'm going to try really hard, okay? Jungle Vow? Was I close?
I think you nailed that.
I think I nailed
As an
it.
expert on...
As two non-Swedish people, I think I nailed that. Jungle Vow. Some people saying I don't think I nailed it. I need a verified Swede. I got a close. I got a close. Okay, I'll take a close.
좋은 경기력 보여줄 수 있도록 노력.
Have you seen that Marbles is now trying to sell
네, 오늘
some sort of
최선을
like
다하는 경기력 기대해 보도록
Of a
하겠습니다.
like monetization
그리고
thing?
프레이즈 라쿤 팀 지난
Yeah.
T1과의 경기에서 약간은 아쉬운 경기 결과가 나왔습니다. 많은 피드백과
Alright,
분석들이
we'll go to a
오갔을
classic.
것
You want to be
같은데요.
king of the corn or you want to go in
하지만 많은
space?
팬들이
Oh, Zoro says not bad. I'll take that.
승패 이후에
Vern also a
Alright.
verified Swede.
시간을 좀 더 기대하시더라고요.
Alright.
사우루 이후에 더 강해질 크레이지.
Yeah, I did a king of a corn earlier. It felt like a pilgrimage home almost.
Yeah. I mean, you remember when we were doing the Elim stuff last week and you won and then I won. I don't even know if you were there for the part where I won.
Yeah.
Insane.
I'm
Alright,
playing.
everybody, giving away a cardboard bundle. You can literally get a pile of wet cardboard here. Oh, Pumpernickel with the prime. Thank you very much. Needed that. Oh, I needed that. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club.
Answer
Exclamation
chat
mark
if you want to
play in
play.
the chat to enter the running. You too could be king of the corn and win a pile of wet cardboard or the cardboard bundle skins for Overwatch. You get to choose. This is like the pack of cigarettes thing we were doing last week. Steely Six, so you're in
I was
there.
so excited when I won those 6.
You get him at the wedding, mate. You get him at the wedding. Don't worry. I'm sure. Wait, are you gonna smoke at your wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Well, what I might do is I might just like snooze my way through like the ceremony, not during the ceremony, but I mean through the first part of the
Wait, so
day.
you're
And
not
then-
gonna walk on down the aisle with a cigarette in your mouth? Like,
Sing in
what?
hand, yeah. Deep inhale. I do.
No better time to smoke a cigarette than in the happiest moment of your life, mate. Come on. It could quite literally only make it better if you really think about it.
But yeah, I reckon
Okay.
snooze my way through so I don't just like stink of cigarettes for the first part of the day. Then maybe post dinner when the drinks really start flowing. Then we just,
It's gonna be a mess.
the limiters come off.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is it on? Is it on Friday? Which day is it again?
Saturday is the actual wedding.
Oh,
We're gonna
God.
head up Friday though. You're gonna help me move some tables.
Yeah, Saturday is the actual wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we play Sakura on Sunday. Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, I think Chrissy also has a game Sunday, but he's
Yeah.
coming Friday. He's coaching scrims from the hotel room on Friday, and then he's gonna be going back Sunday morning for the match.
Yeah, I might be on that wave with mucking about on my computer at different times, but
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we've
Yeah,
got like
okay.
all the properties, or like everyone we're staying is on site. So chances are we'll just be like out at the barbecue. So it should not be hard at all to
Yeah.
find like.
did you
private
book me
space.
in and did you book me in? Take my money from Uncoachable.
Yeah, I did. You've been charged, mate. Don't you worry.
Wonderful. Cheers.
Do you know what?
All right.
You know what time you're arriving on Thursday?
Come on, Google Calendar. I'm arriving at 12:35 p.m.
Okay, yeah, because there's a chance I go to get my haircut and like shaved on Thursday night. So if you want, there's a shave and a haircut opportunity if you want some fire on your ears.
Like, could you imagine if I smartened up for your wedding? Like, literally, the last time I smartened up my physical appearance was for my father's funeral. Since then, I've just gone completely off the rails with it. Like, there's no way that I'm going to smarten up for your wedding. Like, I'm sorry, but take the piss.
There's a part of me that also wants to see. I don't know if those Turkish barbers have ever encountered a mullet before. Like, I don't know what their approach would be.
Yeah, they'd probably just stick some fire on me,
Yeah.
slap my head around a few times before today. All right, guys, 1 minute left to play the race. 1 minute left to play the race. You have 1 minute on the clock. If you want the cardboard skin bundle, you have to type !play. There's only 154 people in here right now, but we're also going into the game, so I'm gonna have to put it in the corner and go away
I've
after.
just seen Gigalaw's message. CX is bold. He doesn't need a funeral. Fuck's sake.
Marbles can go over the player counts. You don't
Oh, wait,
need to
we
see
going
that
in?
shit anyway for map 1. Yeah, we're in.
Wait, I'm still on
7.
the ban screen.
Mate, the map is starting.
Wait,
Hit the
I'm
go
pressing
live
live. I'm hitting live.
Yeah, the door's
Alright.
just open. 29,
Oh,
28.
wait, I'm ahead of you now. Keep
27.
counting.
25, 24, 23, 22.
We're good.
21, 20. A classic Korea handshake moment here, but only one team is shaking hands. As Crazy Raccoon, they're rolling out on Sombra Tracer, Lucio, Kiri, Monkey. We've seen a decline in Monkey play in recent weeks across the world, even in Europe, unless it's Iceland, of course. But Alien is just instantly going to die to this Sombra Tracer dive up on the high ground. It's really hard to play the Monkey, but Sombra Tracer is a great DPS line right now.
Goes down early, and now they're going to keep flooding forward. And again, struggling on this Winston version of a composition, but Hazard has such a nice matchup in that front line to just bully the Winston around, limit their impact. No Ana or anything from these sort of nano boost turns that can really help Winston out. In general, this map is too small, really, for an Ana to get away with. So it's going to be a continuation for Crazy Raccoon. Jumping, felt like he did fine on the Hazard when we saw it right at the start of Stage 1. Really competitive with the upper end of Hazard play in Korea. But we've really not seen a lot of it from him in this second stage. Now they're going to try and start on the high ground, and they do one shot missing, so that's a pretty great start on the side. They're going to back up into the corner right now, Poker Face, but Lip has the angle, doesn't find anything with that virus, but Jumpin is looking for his next engage. Lots of damage from the Freya, just onto the Hazard, and Lip has been one shot out of this, so 4v4. Bowler coming back right now, sets up Spin for a bit of damage on his backline. Pulse Bomb is good as well, backline's been deleted there. Alien sets him up with the damage and spins the finisher, and another good fight for Pokerface.
Pokerface, really, I feel as if they do have a bit of a compositional advantage here. Crazy Raccoon, I can't really understand their bans to enable what they're playing right now. Pokerface's ball ban makes a lot of sense, of course, but I don't really understand why they're playing Monkey, having banned Brig. I feel like they're just playing into the Freya too much. It's too hard for Juma to carry the game. Good grief, 60% and counting. Pokerface, they have these support ultimates just around the corner, but Crazy Raccoon, they might be able to go fast at the Kitsune rush. Looks like they're trying to find that opportunity, but Shu, he's died with all his skills. Heis has just one-shotted him. Junbin is now jumping over to the side. They're trying to retake top, they're trying to run away, but Junbin, he's stuck. He's jumping back to the Mega, but he's only prolonging the inevitable right now.
Bubble up as well. They're going to kill the supports on the coast instead. And Crazy Raccoon, they need to be careful of time right now. Jumpin is still behind. They'll have both support ults, but it'll be a Ray for Karu in this as well. And the Ray can be so powerful in these double support ult trades compared to a V. Lip's going to be forced back one more time. Heesang's Pulse Bomb not just misses, but he dies for it as well. Jumpin comes in to try and secure the touch. He's half HP. He's going to have to pop his bloody Primal early. Freya is pounding damage into him. Downpour comes through. He's locked up for Ray to finish him. The beat saves Jumpin, but only for a second. Chiron comes flying in to try and get something done, but he's got nothing done. And it's going to be 100-0 to Pokerface, surely. No resistance at all from Crazy Raccoon. And we're seeing the death of Winston continue here.
Really, the only way you can play Winston in Korea is if both teams handshake it out of respect. Pokerface, they are just playing something that is, you know, a little bit closer to what might be the meta at this stage. And Crazy Raccoon having no success on a comp where you would expect them to be absolutely dominant in any other patch. Winston, Lucia Kiri, Sombra Tracer, it's their bread and butter. It's something they're known for, they're so good for, and they get 100-0 dominated here. It's so hard to play the Winston into the Freya. She just applies so much pressure. I think the reason that we're seeing Hazard make such a comeback, we're seeing a lot less Ramatra and such, is because Hazard can not only catch the Freya with his shift, but also block damage from those bolts, survive with the mitigation from the right click. Winston has no such luxury, and Winston on all of his back jumps gets pounded by the bolts. These next two maps for Crazy Raccoon though, they're better maps for the Winston. There's more verticality, there's more opportunity for Juman to exploit that, and if Alien wants to find a good angle and take top, Lip and Heesang can find him. That being said, looks like Lip has been found himself, but Heesang will find a trade, so it's a 4v4.
4v4, Kiriko's still alive for Pokerface, so they have a decent amount of healing as they start to try and force point a little bit. But Heiser is on the back foot. Bubble will be kited out, and now outside this bubble timing, Pokerface can contest this point if they want, but they're more concerned about this Tracer behind. They really want to hunt him down, looking for him. Some of the Sombra they're looking for as well. Jumpin's going to keep going forward, but he has taken so much damage. Gets the Suzu, keeps going, will survive. Another bolt on his way out, but Jumpin has come in, got the damage, and Crazy Raccoon. They press the advantage there, they get Jumpin out. And finally a bit of success for them.
Yeah, I feel like now, as their comp, on a more open map, it makes sense. It's really rare that you see teams playing a monkey on University. This is the first monkey I've seen on University in the longest of times. So maybe they were just taking the piss there. Maybe they just thought, we can outskill these guys. We can play something that's horsecock. Anyhow, now they're in control. Lip set up right behind. And you've got to be worried for Karu and Alien right now. One of these two will be in strife. Karu just getting tracked down. Look at Chorong flying in like a bat out of hell to try and finish that kill just off the top rope. We've got a trade onto Heesung, but Heiser's on the point. Wait, that's not just touching the point, that's a full flip. This is a great fight for Pokerface all of a sudden. Lip, sliver of HP TP's up to top, but they know where he is. They might, oh no, he's out to the Mega actually. I didn't even know where he is. Juman goes deep, but he's walled in by the hazard. Suzu comes out from Shu to save his life. Everyone from Crazy Raccoon, they're dogfighting just to stay alive. And Pokerface, their health bars are incredibly low too. Juman dives top, takes down Spint, Heiser falls as well. Pulse from Heesung, a little fade away. And Crazy Raccoon, their clutch factor is out of this world. Can't believe Lip survived when he threw his TP there.
Yeah, 1 HP gets away with that, and Crazy Raccoon, because they're having to invest in these Suzus into jumping so often to prevent some of that Freya damage, allow them to still take those trades, what it means is they're just a little bit short of peel in a lot of these situations. That's why Shu's having a bit of a harder time. Also, kind of explains, like, Chorong, we see him play this aggressive style of Lucio all the time, and he's just joining in the dives because he knows it's going to be such a difficult situation peel-wise. You're going to see the Moira swap coming out for Karu here. He couldn't live on the Juno, so a bit of a curveball swap here. We'll see how he gets going with this one. The bigger problem for Pokerface is there was this ult disadvantage. Kitsune Rush will be mirrored by Shu. Jumpit's just going to get one shot by it, but B and EMP still available. There's the EMP onto the hazard for one shot, but B over the top. The combo does it. They have to burn both of them to turn this fight, but they will hold on to it, and it's going to be a really rush touch now for Pokerface.
They might even fight Spawn here. Fight forward instead of fighting for the point. And you can just force a 5v4. You can even give up the flip for it. You can see Lip getting in position, flanking over to the left-hand side right now. They're trying to block the touch, though. Chorong blocks the Lucio touch. Spint goes for the touch, but will go down to a headshot. Chorong goes down, though. Heiser has flown in from God knows where and got the pinch, but Shu good for another one. A headshot machine absolutely takes down two. He will TP out. He will be traded, but Heiser goes down. It's only Alien versus the world as Mission. Oh, it's actually Alien and Mission, but now there is no world left. And Crazy Raccoon, they're going to take Garden in style.
1-1, better map for the Winston as well. Also, Heesang seems to be starting to tear it up on the Tracer now. Moving over to City Center, and out of all the stages, each round seems to be getting increasingly better for Winston. This should be the best one yet. We'll see if that pays out for Crazy Raccoon. Pokerface seems to be having some problems. Obviously, we saw Karu swap over to the Moira, which does feel like a little bit like desperation in terms of survivability here. Maybe in another world, would have wanted to have a Brig or something, have that extra survivability. But Coalescence never came up. Moira didn't actually survive much of these dives. Admittedly, a lot of those were into ult combos. But that's the problem to solve here for Pokerface. And can we keep our backline up through these situations? They're threatening to start on a Lucio Juno right now. Might just be for speed out of spawn. Yeah, it's going to be the Kiriko. But still, a relatively attackable and punishable backline here from Pokerface.
I really think that Karu is going to have a rough time. As Crazy Raccoon, their comp has scaled. They have all of their level 2 perks. Shu is now going to be able to play incredibly aggressively, TPing all over the place. He takes one TP in, he can take another TP out. So keep your eyes on Shu, going aggressive on the Kiriko now. He will take wide angles, he will take more risk. And Karu, he's going to be in a world of pain. Shu's been pushed early on though, but it's Heiser against the world. Shu survives that dive, doesn't even need to TP out, and they just counter dive Heiser. That was 1 versus 5 on the flank there.
It's part of the reason Winston's so much better than the Hazard on maps like this, because you see that sort of distance that Heiser has to try and cross. He has to go so far, commit all of these cooldowns, and once he has committed those cooldowns, there's no way back because the distance is so big. We're actually going to see Heiser swap onto the Winston mirror here as well. Spint with a cheeky Widow out of spawn just to try and catch anyone from Crazy Raccoon overextending. Crazy Raccoon won't bite though, and we'll go back into this next neutral, but a significant Kitsune Rush advantage for Shu.
Huge Kitsune Rush advantage for Shu right now. And Pokerface, they make the swap over to the Winston, but I think they have an inferior backline for the comp. I think Karu is just going to continue to struggle. Alien as well. Look at this. He's trying to float over the roof, and Lip just catches him, hits him with the virus. He will escape with his life. He will actually get some bolts out, but Junbin is now the man taking over as Heiser falls on the objective. Now everybody is falling for Pokerface, but a trade onto Chorong. It's not really an opening. It's not really an opportunity for them to secure the flip or anything. And as Junbin takes down Spint, it's just a slow bleed for Pokerface. This trade's going to be nothing.
Alien's going to be forced back one more time. Heiser back onto the Hazard now. Trying to mix it up, but the ult hole is just so big for Pokerface right now. They're going to have to push into a Kitsune Rush, push into a potential Primal. Real chance for Crazy Raccoon just to snowball this with ultimates here. Alien has the bowler to try and open it up, but we need huge value. There's the hack on to carry the dive in behind. Heesung and Jumbin will finish that one off. Bowler forces for Primal out of Jumbin here, but now he can just push his Freya into the cars. Alien will fall. Jumbin takes a second to admire his work before turning back onto Heiser. Just playing with his food right now, Jumbin. Finishes that one off. Nice, easy fight for Crazy Raccoon, and they've still got support ult and an EMP to spare.
Mission staggered. Now Lip, he's got the EMP. Keep your eyes on a spawn EMP here. Crazy Raccoon are not the type of team to stop keeping the pressure up. And you can see Lip setting up right now. He's in stealth. He's just hanging about the choke right now, waiting for people to step up. They are not going to go in spawn. They're going to wait for the touch. Beat push and EMP combo. Heiser catches it on the chin, goes down. Mission goes down in the back. And Karu now has nobody to help him. Pokerface, they've gone down without charging any of their ults.
Complete domination, and we saw as we went through the rounds, it got increasingly better rounds or sub stages for Winston. The gap just got even bigger, and that brick ban didn't seem like it would be all that much impactful. Maybe could have expected like a Lucio Kiri or something instead. Would have been a better look coming out from Pokerface, even if it's not their strengths. Thank you, DD, for the 16 months. Thank you, Crotch, as well, for the Prime for 6 months. Welcome back, both. But yeah, the lack of ability to swap to Brig really just made that Juno easy pickings there for Crazy Raccoon, and can see some of the theory behind their banners now.
Oh, Pirate. Wait, does Karu not play Lucio? Is he another one of those new gen main supports? That
Yeah, they're both flex supports actually by trade, I think.
Ah, I see.
So it's just yeah, I mean, a good ban by Crazy Raccoon, right? Even though like Kiri Lucio isn't always the best version of a comp for them, versus this team or backlines like this, it definitely is. Thank you, Wilder, as well, for the 15 months. Way on top? Yeah, they certainly seem to be. What is the secret sauce in Way? or AGG as they are now, though.
Alright, let me toss you this code, BDSM Gandhi. Code
Shout out
toss.
Gandhi.
Shout out Gandhi, even in the context that we've just mentioned. Got the Pirate stream up in the back, and he is just slumped in despair, waiting for his 45-minute ban to expire. Did you finish? He never updates it, but I think he's like 13-1, 14 and 1 and 13, now 1 and 14 with the DC.
1 and 14 and an hour ban. Thank you, Gezer, as well, for the 4 months Prime.
You did finish. You did finish. And in a respectable position, too. Let's get a love of the game round going.
Cool. I'm not playing a love the game round.
Yeah, I love the game. I need some water. I'm going to start the timer now. I'll lower the timer to 30 seconds as well. If you love the game, you got 30 seconds to get involved in the game. It is for the love of the game, not for skins. Don't forget to play, though. Oh, love first time challenge that love the game.
Alright, I'm playing. 20 seconds left. Let me boost Hunter's quality as well. You want for Mad's stream? No, we're playing. It's starting in 10 seconds. He didn't leave it on anyone's POV though. NA production. Cameraman. Other names are off as well. Why is he dressed in all white like some kind of prisoner?
Just my comfy clothes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look like you're in some kind of institution, you know.
I mean, I co-stream OWCS Friday through Sunday, mate. I feel like I should be institutionalized for what I'm doing on my social life. Oh, Kisatrumpus, you missed it. And wet word is, if you don't miss this landing, why is your profile picture me when I was 20? Haven't had one of these in ages.
They've just had these profile pictures the entire time. Just.
Me hitting the double thumbs up at the Melbourne Esports Open. Actually, I got bleached hair. I was 21 there, but he was counting.
Oh yeah, 21 was the year of the bleach.
Yeah, year of the bleach. And you've won. Just with ease, really. Must have been the profile picture. Difference maker.
2 thumbs up for that.
Yep, 2 thumbs up. It's in the thumbnail.
Ooh, counter Falcons theory coming in from VR4 Twitch. Falcons can't win without Batman on the bench for emotional support. I mean, to
be fair, they have
correlation's
crashed
there.
out.
Yeah, like it's, the data is overwhelming. Do you remember as well when someone kind of had a bit of these sort of rise in season 5? Who was on the bench on that Florida Mayhem team?
Oh my god, it was Majed.
More
Majed makes
data for the
champions.
theory.
He doesn't coach, he doesn't play, but he makes championship level rosters.
He's just got like a good passive. Just for passive increase to all of his teammates. Good finish. Thanks, homosexual. Wait, did I finish? Where'd I go?
Oh, you were like top 10, mate.
Oh, not too shabby.
You were 5th, second only to Fat Cummies. Any other? Homosexual did finish 27th. And a lot of people fell off the wagon here.
Who was on the KSA team for the World Cup? Well, remember, Majid wasn't always on the bench. He probably actually played more than he was on the bench. But, actually, no, did Majid always play?
Yeah, he always
Yeah,
played.
he did, because it was
One gets run
Haku
ahead.
for Lucio, then Lubda would come in for double flex, yeah. So actually, Majid just played all of that.
Had 4 supports. Oh no, Libda's not a support. Of course.
Yeah, the oldest trick in the book.
The
Get your
oldest trick
flex
in the
support
book.
banned
Put
and have
Put the,
Lubda fill
put the
in last
talented
minute.
role player on the talented role heroes.
Alright, a
I really do
red...
feel like Libda's the ultimate champ.
I mean, his actual record when he's been actively playing in a roster, very good.
Yes.
Because it's basically just World Cup and then Alcad. So...
Yep. You love me. That's good to know, mate. Thanks for the heart, mate. Usually when people type stuff like that, mate, they have to have a sub badge or they get banned, so you might want to adjust that real quick.
Been a while since we've seen
Slot
a
machine.
Shambhala.
I already told you. There's a YouTube stream. If you don't want to watch ads, watch the YouTube stream. Keep this stream up so I get the ad money anyway. But watch the YouTube stream to dodge the ads. You're a damn fool if you're complaining about ads on this stream when there's a stream right there for you. Into Tiny Flames, thank you very much. Welcome back for the 3 months. Appreciate that. Tennis.
The
I'm
answer
saying
was in
tennis
front of
today.
your eyes all along.
Yep. It was written for you. It was spoken to you, and you continue to complain about the advertising.
Miss the Old Ocean game, are they just good for it? Yes is the answer, actually. They are just good for it. I think really... Who else is there? Are they the 6th? Like 6th team, maybe?
Devotion?
Yeah, like top... Like, obviously you have
Yeah,
the Falcons,
top 5
Zeta,
is
Crazy
fucking
Raccoon,
insane.
T1, and AGG. And then Old Ocean are probably the best of the rest.
Insane that a roster with Brew J Hong playing Lucio is best of the rest. First time tennis.
You just don't lose it
Follow
sometimes, you
John
know?
Tennis. Has Becky been good? He's my favorite women named player. Has
Anish?
Becky been doing well?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Didn't Becky gets subbed out and then they won?
No, that was the only map they lost. Becky was 100% on all of his maps today.
Oh, okay. A real winner. Got the YouTube open on the TV and the Twitch chat on the phone. Shane, because YouTube can't get drops to work on the TV. That's the system, Super Chomp. The people that are here for drops keep it open on Twitch and consume advertising. They are, what do you call it? It's this is like loosely related to price elasticity, I feel. Drops are a price inelastic good. No matter the amount of advertising, they're an advertising inelastic good. No matter how many ads I run, you're always going to stay for the drops. That's why the ads are so high.
So this guy took business at university.
I had to really conjure high school economics there for a second.
All right, Shambali, Pokerface's choice. They have chosen to ban Lucio. Crazy Raccoon have chosen to ban Winston this time. Max is in. They see the Orisa and Max goes Zarya. Once again, Crazy Raccoon are doing Heesang on Sombra and Lip. Oh, no, actually, sorry. We're doing it the other way around now. Heesang on Sombra, Lip on Freya. So we've not seen a whole lot of Lip Freya. We saw him pull this out as an emergency swap as they were losing last week. But to T1 that was. But this is the first time they seem to be doing it as more of an active plan. So all eyes on both players on these respective heroes.
Oh. Max just swings, fully torqued, and beams down Alien at 100 to 0. Crazy Raccoon, they might be onto something with this Zarya comp right now. The Winston ban, I was thinking, why the fuck would you play Winston on Shambali Monastery? But it's a gambit because they want to play Zarya. You can play Winston into Zarya on any map in the game. So they ban that out, and then they get to take a nice, easy matchup versus the Orisa. It might not be easy for every Zarya in the world, but for Max, there's no comp. if it's a decent matchup for him, it starts to look good. And ultimately, he might not be the strongest Sombra in the world. I remember seeing a lot of struggle from Shock, but you start throwing bubbles on the guy, and even he can make it work.
Yeah, just farming up front, fighting this Tracer, trying to clear him out. We'll go deeper behind. Spinch saw where he went, but I don't know if he can chase that kill. For now, though, Max is going to bubble out his Briggs, try and get a bunch of energy going to take this frontline trade. And Heiser's just getting absolutely deleted, fried by Nazaria. Easy follow-up onto Alien, who, interestingly enough, isn't actually playing the Freya into Lip here. So a very straightforward point for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, keep your eyes on this Crazy Raccoon comp. I'm really liking it, to be honest. And look at the way they're playing it. Like, I was thinking that Heesung would be receiving all the bubbles. I think I've seen him receiving one. But they're spamming bubbles on Chiron. He's constantly swinging aggressively, getting damage out in the neutral. And then when they chase him, they give him another bubble to get out. The Brig, it's bait that is too appealing to refuse. So they keep charging up Max. And once Max is charged, if Heiser doesn't win with his fort, Spin does nothing versus Zarya in the neutral. So Max is absolutely dominating already by way of damage. He's got a grab, and that can counter out so many of Pokerface's ult unless Heiser eats it.
Coming through, high swing from Alien, EMP over the top, and a bash, and the virus catches onto that rally as well, so missing is awfully low. Heiser is separated. The Ray comes through from Karu. It is too little too late, hacked out of the sky, and Pokerface have pissed away all of their ults. Now Crazy Raccoon, a grab and a Ray to finish second. Chirong really wants to chase this Tracer out, trying to bait Spit back into it, but Chirong will just... Is he regrouping with Team, or is he trying to fake him out? Either way, it's a sim from Pokerface just to get themselves out of spawn a little bit quicker. All comes down to this Terror Surge for Heiser, but nothing to combo with it.
He's saying just back in spawn, farming as best he can. Now you can see the Juno and the Kyrie are split. The Kyrie's flanking. I reckon Karu might be in a spot of bother if Heesang can get a hack off on him. Massive Terror Surge from Heiser though. Double bubble from Max completely counters it. Juno pops the Ray, but it's Heesang that will fall in the back. Classic Heesang. Missing on the flank. Takes down Shu as well. But Lip keeps trading. Max has grab. He's fully torqued. There's no way Pokerface can clutch this into the grab.
He doesn't even need it, he's just full beamed, yeah. I mean, you see it so often in Zarya metas, is while the Zarya can be vulnerable at the early part of the fight, if you either catch her with like one bubble down or something like that. Once you get to this mid to late fight, the Zarya is at full energy. She becomes a bit of a raid boss in these and can really take over these sort of mid to late fight situations. See exactly that there. Max already on second grab of this attack. And really just in pole position. Pokerface have nothing. Heiser's still on the Orisa. They can't win these neutrals into the Zarya. They're behind on the ult game. They're getting snowballed so hard. On the ropes right now, Pokerface.
Right now, Pokerface, they need to start taking a fight on this long angle, because if they let Max close the gap, he's just going to start beaming into Heiser again. They need to leverage the range advantage that comes from Orisa. If they keep playing too close, Max is once again going to get torqued. Heesung takes down Missin, but he mismanages his bubbles a little bit, and Spin's good for it with the Pulse Bomb. Heiser's in incredibly deep though, and he's just going to go down. They just push right into him. It doesn't even require anything. Lip swinging up in main now, chasing down Alien, can't hit a bolt to save his life. You can see why Heesung plays this character, and Karu has traded Heesung again. 2 deaths for Heesung, back to back for him. Struggling on that Sombra just a little bit despite all the resources afforded to him. But even though Crazy Raccoon have been down this Zarya, they've pushed the cart to the corner.
Yeah, still getting meters. Max is back now. Remember, they are still Heesang down as well, so they're slowing it down. It's a raid push coming out first from Karu. No support ults just yet. Crazy Raccoon do have a grab to counter it out, but they can also counter it back by just walking back, and now the EMP grab is fat. They're all in it for Runny, for Bash as well. For Suzu does a lot of work, but there's not a Suzu big enough to get out of that type of combo. Crazy Raccoon just drop everything on him. Huge swing right now, 3 on point, but touch is going to be nigh impossible for a Pokerface. They have ults if they get back, but it doesn't matter. Shoes killing Spin behind, I want to say. Either way, 2 minutes 51 on the clock for Crazy Raccoon, and they have been ruthless with Pokerface here.
Karu's just looking like a lost puppy on the Juno. All of his raids are absolutely shocking. He raid, what 3 or 2v5 on the second point, and then here again on third, they try to go for a fast push with the Ray, and you look at the positions. The Ray is 10 meters perhaps behind the push. Nobody is benefiting from it as they push. They can't even close the gap. They're kited out by a Zarya. A couple of bubbles and it's done. Real disaster scenes here for the side of Pokerface. And it looks like Max has got their number. This Zarya pick is paying... I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, you would expect at a certain point either Heiser goes to save a Ramatra or something. Normally we see a bit of a Ramatra ban to enable Zarya in a lot of these situations, but the Winston ban obviously targets Heiser a little bit more. Threatening a Malga at least initially, but Max is going to be starting on the Orisa here, so if anything, Pokerface might just be happy with this. While Crazy Raccoon had all that success on the Zarya, you want to make sure you have the right matchup for it here. So Orisa is really probably the safest hero tank-wise to start on a lot of these maps where she's viable. So just going to be starting on what has become pretty set in the meta really in terms of the Orisa, Juno, Briggs, Sombra, Freya, and Pokerface probably really aren't too unhappy just to take this mirror at all once they see it.
Yeah, Shu's just mic spamming pre-fight as well, running through all the new Street Fighter emotes on his new Street Fighter skin. Starting to feel like Flat's the way I'm plugging the Street Fighter bundle, but really, you know, just put it down, Shu. No, put it away. We know you got.
Thank you, Westy, for the tier 1.
Bundle. Only 160 New Zealand dollars. Anyhow, Max, he's here on the Orisa. I mean, look, it's an Orisa mirror now, and surely that's a better situation for Pokerface than the god-awful situation that we just saw for them versus Max on the Zarya. Not sure why Crazy Raccoon don't want to play the Zarya on the defense. Maybe it's just a case of it's a bit harder to set the tempo on defense, harder to make the enemy team walk up into the Zarya. Spint, he's trying to get a bit done over here, but Chu hits him with a wave of torpedoes. He has taken the Mega, but Chorong should be able to easily block this Tracer.
Sombra behind now onto the Juno. Virus connects and Karu just gets one shot there into the sky. The bolts come through from Lip, and Lip and Heesang just get it all done between them there. Crush him in an alleyway, and Spint's flank doesn't even come into play. Will go down late to Lip. Very easy first fight here for Crazy Raccoon.
You can see Chorong wasn't even setting up to block the Tracer in the end. He was setting up forward to get ready to push 3-2-1 off that hack, and everyone from Crazy Raccoon just starts tumbling down that side angle. Lip going for gold right now, hiding in a corner with the bowler shot, looking for a one-shot. This is not a bad play, to be honest. The Hinder nets you a kill, a bit easier to hit than a pulse bomb as well, I'd say, if the enemy is not looking at you, if they're unaware of your position. Spint trying to pressure out Shu, but Chorong is hot on his heels. Chorong's low in the map, has been flipped, so this isn't actually looking all that good for Crazy Raccoon. Lip's flank completely fails to pay off.
Recall comes out from Spin as well, low HP, and it's Karu who gets punished as well. Bowler is good onto Missin. Why was Missin that far forward? It looks like Pokerface were committing towards the flip, but Missin was going forwards towards Crazy Raccoon. Ends up being an easy bowler for Lip, and Crazy Raccoon will get to set up on the high ground once again.
Yeah, Crazy Raccoon, that only cost them a bowler shot, and I mean, that bowler shot came out, Lip got every final blow. The guy's got 60% of another bowler shot. Such a joke. Such a joke. Lip is, you know, basically going to have another bowler shot by the time the next fight happens. Pokerface are again trying to flip them out over to the side, but they're going to have to push out into a double angle between Heesung and Lip. Heesung's got the EMP. In fact, he's flanking for it. Manual hack onto Karu again. spin from Heiser. Lip's actually gone down. Massive surge though, and he takes down everybody. Crazy Raccoon, they don't even need to combo an ult into it. They don't use the rally. They don't use the EMP. The baller shot not available for the combo, but they just win it in the neutral. This is an absolute wash for Pokerface. They are being dominated right now.
Heesang is getting all of these engages for free. Obviously, it's difficult because for Sombra, she can be invisible, she can be hard to track, but all of this pressure on Karu, and you see there, the threat comes from behind, so Pokerface tries to swing and flip the map again, but this time Max is just waiting with a Terror Surge, so Pokerface just flipped right into the Terror Surge, give Max massive value. Now Charong is on the flank here, EMP is behind as well, the flank rally comes in, they're bashed inside this race, Shu has invested one of his own as well, Misten has been crushed in the midst, there's an EMP round the corner if Heesang needs it as well, but they do have player advantage, so it'll just be a hack and a DP baiting it out, Virus in, Heesang does get traded while waiting for that timing, and Spitz found another as well, so they might actually have an opening here. Pokerface will be die on point now for the remaining Crazy Raccoon members. Max will be running around for a trade, kits one onto Karu, who has had an almightily difficult time on the attack here, but finally a bit of space for Pokerface.
Weddy17, thank you very much for the prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Ikid, welcome back. 9 months, appreciate that. Misten has the rally for this final recontest, but Heesang has, for this final Crazy Raccoon recontest, but Heesang has EMP, and rally is so hard to counter that out. He solo EMPs Karu in spawn, and just spawn kills the poor victim of a Juno. Misten's popped the rally, they've aggressed to try and flip this out, but Misten just can't stop taking damage from every angle. Pokerface, no hope here versus the Sombra. Misten completely failing to block Heesang in any of these turns. Karu caught again and again by the manual hacks, by the viruses, by a spawn EMP. And Crazy Raccoon, they've taken this map with ease. A nice little Zarya strike for the offense, and domination in the Orisa mirror too on the defense. Sombra hard carrying, the backline under way too much pressure. Karu in particular, in all of these matchups, has just been dead off cooldown.
When you look at the Pokerface roster, even on paper, all the strong points sit in their DPS and sit in Heiser, especially on the tank. It was always going to be, when you compare, say, the Pokerface backline to the other backlines across the OWCS Stage 2 teams, they always look to be one of the weaker ones here, and it feels like Crazy Raccoon are putting so much pressure on them right now, and they're just collapsing as a result. Again, something like Kiri Lucio might give them more room for error, but these aren't strong heroes for them either, so it's a rock and a hard place here for them as Pokerface continues to be on the ropes, and it really feels like after their stumble against T1 last week, Crazy Raccoon are really just in back to business, crush the lower team type form.
Yeah, it feels like they figured it out a little bit, you know, maybe not playing so many unfavorable matchups now, even finding a little bit of value out of Max on the horse. A rare situation where going to a Max map doesn't look like an instant problem and an instant point of weakness. On, you know, here on Shambhalian Monastery, there was essentially no resistance for Crazy Raccoon. At least they were good for a 100-0 cost point Pokerface on the first map, giving German a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it was
an awkward map that you playing Winston.
Really seems to be the exception that proves the rule, unfortunately, that opening cough point, because it has been downhill severely since then. And now Pokerface, one more crack at it, but you're in this fateful situation so many of the weaker teams find themselves in, where you get to pick the map, you get to pick the bans, but what situation can Pokerface put themselves in that they'll feel gives them a genuine advantage?
Yeah, I feel as if the advantages are few and far between for Pokerface at this point. Not really sure what the way back into it is here, because they've lost the Orisa mirror hard. They've lost playing into the Winston even quite hard when it's not a terrible map for it. So now Ball is available as well. They're probably going to go to a map where Juman can't play the ball super well, but it's just nothing but bad options. It's like 15 different rocks and hard places all surrounding Pokerface right now. The entirety of the map pool is a hard place.
Good news, you get to pick the map. Bad news, they're all horrible for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to grab a drink, but it feels like Crazy Raccoon are about to put Pokerface to bed when we come back.
Yeah, put me to bed in turn. Let's see what Pirate's up to. Is he still waiting? What game is this? He's playing Roblox. It's not happening. What's time saying? He's so sticky. Oh my god. What's guy's got sticky fingers. Our time to play. We'll play at the end, okay? We'll play at the end of the game. Check this guy out. Share stream. My voice, perhaps. No slop from Tomathan. Kefri. He's playing Widow. The people yearn to play, but we're not ready. Move the dang marbles. Oh, my bad. I thought I closed the game. Just had it open. We can't see. That's right, you didn't miss anything. To be honest, I was just flicking through streams and there was nothing. Craggy's playing Marvel Rivals. Is this guy a full Marvel Rivals guy now? Rank 1 peak this season, tournament later. That looks like a full-time Marvel Rivals guy. Looks like Overwatch is dead to Craggy. ML7 is back. He's only a rank 139. He's definitely been playing Marvel Rivals as well. For a rank like that. How old is this guy now? Looking at his hair, it looks like his bowl cut days are over, to be honest. Doesn't really look like... It doesn't look like it'd go well. Looks a bit too, like, up, you know? 30? He's very old, but not sharp like Jae-Hong. Drop a fat diss in his hair about his hairline and then ask him? I mean, he doesn't have a bad hairline. That's a 30-year-old man. His hairline looks fine. But I just think that, you know, maybe his bowl cut days are behind him, that's all. ML7 plays on LH Cloudy's team in Face It. Does he play FPL? Or are they playing in, like, Masters Division? You almost got ML7 T hairline. Let's not throw stones from a glass house. I reckon my hairline I reckon I've got an ML7 hairline, to be honest. I reckon I'm pretty much, like, maybe even worse than him. I think my hairline is pretty similar to ML7's. Oh, no. When I'm 30, my hairline will be worse than ML7's. Athena Field, thank you very much. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thanks for the 8 months. Hunter, please, I need a place to lie low. What are you hiding from, Dan? What's wrong?
I'm back.
I'm back. Performing some hairline analysis on ML7 right now.
On who? ML7?
Yeah.
What's for results?
I reckon he's got a pretty normal hairline for a 30-year-old bloke.
Alright, not too bad then.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have an email. Let's see this one.
You say looks pretty solid to me, but that's because he angles the camera one way and then pushes his hair over to the side. If you saw the other side, then you would see his temple, but he's wisely angled his camera so that one side of his temples is covered by the wave of his hair, and the other side you cannot see due to the angle. You'll see as he turns his head that, you know, it kind of descends into the abyss. But I mean, I get it, bro. I get it. My mustache, brother. Cat clawed half of it off. The team is going to be furious. Half of your mustache is missing? Well, you can't shave the rest of it, mate. You made a deal. You made a deal. You got to keep that half mustache and get it dyed pink. Your word is your bond, Dan. Please. All right. Max is not the monkey.
Alright. Mac's going to be good for 2, hopefully, this time for Crazy Raccoon. Over to Iconwalder. Kiriko Ban here. Pokerface want to play an Anna Brigg Winston Mirror, but Crazy Raccoon, they don't need a second invitation. They lost it against T1 last week, but this should be a much easier challenge to overcome. And they're actually not going to take it at all. They're coming out on Zarya, at least with a grapple shot. We'll see if they stick to this once they see the comp, or if they just go back over to it. It's going to be Lucio, Bap, Zarya, Reaper, Sombra. So expect the bubbles to go a lot in Lip's direction here. Ability to TP onto the backline, TP onto the Freya. Damage there, but double pocket comes through. Lip will back it up, but a bit of space, but Spin's found a kill in the back while that all happens. So now they might be stuck in this room a little bit, Crazy Raccoon.
Now that Monkey's available, I feel as if the Zarya is a lot more difficult. Oh, wait a minute. Heesung TP's into the face of... Oh, my God, it's actually just working for them. Lip has killed both supports. TP on and kill both supports. How does that happen? Lip continues to TP on. Keep pushing. Hyzes on the backstep. Heesung and Chorong together, or Heesung and Lip together, taking him down. Lip's 70% of the way to a Blossom. Max has quite literally done nothing by way of damage. The guy has 20% of his ult right now. Lip's playing aim trainer. Oh, Chu's playing aim trainer in Spawn with Spin. Yeah.
Thank you, iQuide, for the 12 months Prime as well, and Crazy Raccoon. Whatever comp they seem to pick just seems to work for him at the moment. Lip is getting very close on that Blossom. He is looking to harass the backline as well. They'll get the gates open. One more TP. Bubble through as well onto this backline. Meat shots into his face. Defensive bubble keeps missing alive, so they can reset. But this next TP and bubble timing will have a Death Blossom to follow it as well from Lip.
I'm not taking the bait. I know I'm still live, you fucks. Heesung takes down Alien on the high ground, and Lip just keeps on pressing. Hyze has back jumped, but he's jumped back to the enemy team spawn, so there's no escape there, mate. Down he goes. Lip is 1v1ing Spint inside, wins that duel. Same timing. Max is pushing the high ground. Heesung, Chorong all crashing out together. Karu and Missin soon to fall, and it's just a slow demise for Pokerface right now. This second point, this is where they need to win. They need to take advantage of the high ground, but already they've lost their first high ground fight. Hyze are jumping instead of to the back high ground to the enemy team spawn, really making it difficult, and now they have to retake top or retake through main. But look, everyone from Crazy Raccoon was holding forward. EMP, Window, Blossom, so many tools at Crazy Raccoon's disposal to cuck Pokerface's nanoturn.
Chat is now trying to bait me that your stream's dead. I'm not going to fall for it either. Blossom available at this choke, ready to go. Wraith has been forced, looking for it, tucks back in, and actually Spin's found an important trade. Lip is going to TP onto the high ground. Point pressure still coming through from Crazy Raccoon. They've got the ults to finish it. When it is dead, it wasn't bait. Oh no!
I thought it was bait.
We were holding strong. We weren't falling for the bait.
Am I banned on Twitch? Like, where's my stream?
He's stolen too much content. The police have arrived at his door and they've unplugged the cable. Well, Hunter resolves these technical issues. We're going to watch Pokerface actually stabilize here. The trade from Spin ended up doing so much. Crazy Raccoon's big ult bank couldn't be used. Alien attempting a bit of a spawn camp over the walls of the castle here. Now a TP onto the high ground. Bubble there as well. Alien's going to get deleted by that. Lip continues to get through just barrel loads of work. He's going to turn onto the Winston. Hyzer doesn't have a primal yet. The armor of the bubble going to keep him safe. And now they walk into this. The EMP is still committed from Heesang. He finds a trade. Rally in response from Karu as they try and battle it through. But here comes the Blossom. Shields up though. But Karu has everyone piling on top of him. Hyzer still has the primal. Ebola comes out onto Lip. Beat from Chorong to keep him safe. Hyzer pops for primal, but he's all alone. He has to do everything. He's going to get grabbed. It's just an execution on this Winston. Reinforcements were coming from Pokerface, but it's not enough. And Crazy Raccoon, they have to throw a lot of ults at that at the end, but they still get it done. Now TP into the spawn. Lip still looking for more. Missin has to defensively nade again. They will repel him for now. But Crazy Raccoon pushing forward. A window opportunity. Spin has a pulse bomb and he's gone left-hand side right now. But Heesang wants to cloak up and look for him. But Spin saw it. Now the virus comes out. Spin avoids that one. But here is the help from Chorong. No recall in play from Spin. Apparently, maybe just to press it. Heesang's going to deepen his position behind. They've killed Hyzer in front. The late trade onto Heesang will help him. But Shu didn't even need to use this window. So they are just bleeding out right now. Alien has to get back into the spawn doors, and NanoCast comes out, deletes Max. And they found the stabilization here. Lamp has been forced out of Shu as well. Should be no escape for the supports of Crazy Raccoon. They'll both die. Lip will get finished off on point. and they have found a fight here. A little bit of recourse for Pokerface. They stabilize. Holding outside could be really good for Pokerface's comp here, so we'll see if they transition into Nat. For now, though, just at the choke. Needs to be very careful of this window blossom. Another ult bank coming up. Really might have to rely on Spin to find a trade with this pulse bomb. Obviously, she will have Lamp to deal with it. There's the pulse bomb. It's a miss. Doesn't even force the Lamp in the end. Now they can walk forward with all their ults. Karu doesn't quite have the rally yet. Pokerface, honestly, they need trades in this fight, but here's the EMP on window. Heiser's going to get deleted by that. Alien taken down as well. Spin is still in the back. Shu has eyes on that. Sleep onto the Lucio. Keeps the backline alive for now, but Pokerface's backline is stuck behind, and they need to touch the point. TP onto the chandelier from Lip. He's going to blossom to finish the point. Back on Doomfist. Heiser's going to get deleted by that one, and they should just be cleaning it up from here. The trade comes through from the backline. They are still behind. A desperate leap onto point from Karu doesn't stop Crazy Raccoon at all. 2 minutes 35 left on the time bank.
Oh, Crazy Raccoon, they're just running through Pokerface. Every matchup, every comp, it is just smooth sailing for them. You know, I really thought they were lying to me because I looked over to my OBS and I saw 0% dropped frames and the green bar for my bitrate. What I didn't notice was that my preview window was not moving because my OBS had just hard crashed. It was just completely frozen. So YouTube stream dead, Twitch stream dead. Goodbye, viewers. No better time to say goodbye to the viewers than on the last map of the last match of the day.
Oh,
could have been much
half
worse.
a map left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, could have been worse. But it is a little concerning for my OBS to ever crash, to be honest, because that's something that feels like if it repeats itself at a bad time, I will actually
problem.
like throw myself off the bridge.
Yes.
You know, like that's a huge problem.
It's like a
I've never had
$1,000
OBS
problem.
Exactly, yeah, it's $1,000 problem. So like I've never seen OBS crash before for me. Like that's a first for me. So I might have to see if there's an update available. Maybe even find out if this program automatically logs its crashes, because that is a disaster. Cropwee, thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. 8 months in the bank. Appreciate that. How do these guys get good on Sombra? She's always banned in ranked. Do they just play quick play? They scrim for 6 hours a day every single day, mate.
Yeah. They've also played Sombra before as well.
It's not that Hero Bans is the first time Sombra was practicable for these guys. Lip actually has a teensy tiny bit of experience on Sombra, and he's saying not far behind him either.
He's played bits of it as well, yeah. Even though a lot of Hisang's Sombra experience came really on teams that weren't doing that well at the time, he's still got the reps in. And fair to say, against Pokerface, he's looked for business so far on Sombra. It's going to be a Bat Brig start here from Crazy Raccoon. Maybe a bit of an unorthodox backline. Hisang is already behind, cloaked up, trying to harass Miss Anna. Hat comes through, Virus as well. Missin's got packs coming, but Karua's getting pressure from the front as well. And Max is just walking all the way in. Into a tree goes Missin. They have lost Shu on the way in, though, killed after his lamp goes down. Backline's being traded here, but trades do favour the attackers. Pokerface might even see the tick here.
Pokerface closing in on a tick right now, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. There is no tick. Oh no, there is a tick. 35%. You know what? All they need is 2 more of those, and they're golden for a first point. But look at this. Chirong, is that Shu chasing with him? Both supports chasing behind? What is
Shu
that
was,
about? Why would
Shu
both
was
supports
respawning,
go?
so Chirong came to help him.
Yeah. Yeah. Shows you how much attention I pay. Now we've got Heiser staging over to the right side of the map, takes that little jump. Nobody forcing him out right now because Crazy Raccoon, no Tracer, nobody to side fight that monkey quite as hard. Chirong actually gets caught out positionally. Bash needed, but Shu's pocket is good. Hits the lamp, hits every heal. Still not enough to keep Chirong alive, but Shu, now that his Brig is dead, he's in fragging mode. He takes down Karu. Max and Hisang have both found a scalp, and it's just Spint again.
Yeah, Hisang and Shu are on the hunt now as well. Spint considering another spawn camp, but the entire squad's here. Fiorista's here as well. Pokerface can take space on point. Spint just needs to buy time. He still has recall. Playing with them, recalls away from this, and they're surely out of position right now, Crazy Raccoon. They're walking through the choke for free. Max on the back foot. The Heiser's already capping. They've spent too many resources trying to deal with Spint. Now they have to come back. Pulse Bomb comes through. Avoids using Lamp Nair Shu. He is okay. Terror Surge comes through from Max. He's antied though. Half HP. No kills with a Terror Surge. The backline can start swinging on him. Out of cooldowns, but they killed Heiser before, Nano before Primal. Spint still threatening for Freya here, but that's a battle off screen right now. Chirong is going to double in. A rally to turn him comes through. A window and a rally. Double support ult from Crazy Raccoon. Spint actually did get that light kill onto Lip off screen as well. Now pushing forward with this double support ult, but the backline from Pokerface get out. Nano and Primal turn is coming. Alien is hunting down this Orisa. Max is trying to give him the loop, but he's trapped in a very hard place here. The spear buys him a bit of time. Shu Shu is coming back as well. They need to worry about this EMP. Here it comes. Heiser doesn't get the primal off. No Nano to save him either. The anti can't turn the fight. Hisang's EMP saves it for Crazy Raccoon.
Game-winning boop from Chirong there when he popped the rally. He flailed Missin and he took him off the map. Missin was 95% on his nano boost and he gets environmentaled from the room. Insane flail there. Just max ranging that shit from the looks of things. Spint. It feels like he's played this entire map on the second one. Every fight the guy's back here. Get back where you belong, mate. Get back in the fight. Primal available right now. Heiser has it. Lip goes for the bowler shot on the close range monkey. He's been dived in the corner. Primal Rage comes out. That's now a 5v3. Surely Pokerface can close this one out. Go on,
Yeah,
shoot.
Shu's been taken for a trip here. Over the wall, off the map. Down he goes. He'll fall to his death eventually, and the Primal gets the job done. Took most of their time back on first point for that Pokerface, but this is where the Anna Brig wins, and it should be a little bit better. They still have to be cautious, especially getting their Anna Brig, rotating them through these low ground positions where Narissa can drop on them. But a late kill onto Lip won't go amiss here. Pokerface can keep this snowball going, get the gates open, and maybe a bit of a chance now on this next part of the map.
They have an opening. Pulse bomb onto Shu. Pulse the lamp pre-fight, mate. Pulse the bat pre-fight. Genius. Spint really pissing that one away. Traded a pulse bomb for a lamp advantage. Nano comes out onto Heiser now. He's gone up onto the high ground. He's caught
awesome.
absolutely nobody, but Missin appears to have found an angle onto Lip. Missin is actually in the castle. Shu will go down as well. Max popped the Terror Surge, but found nothing. That's 0 for 2 on Terror Surges now, and there's a good pinch onto Chirong. So this is Pokerface's opportunity to actually get some meters on the board. Heiser wants this kill too. Look at the aggression from the backline, pushing all the way in. Karu, don't die. Body block for him, you bum. Oh my god.
545 HP, but apparently can't spare a single bit for his Brig. Will get everyone out alive, just about, and they can hold forward. Rally from Karu holding close on this right-hand side with this high noon. They want to push aggressively. Lip is trying to swing out the far side, but has to be careful. Max has gone Junker Queen. Now they're going to swing out. Rally window push. They one-shot Alien through it. The nade comes through. Karu's Rally is going back as well. Heiser's jumped on to help him out, and the Rally's getting a lot done. Second bash lands as well. Hisang is low, but the Junker Queen keeps going forward. Hisang finds the kill. They've lost everyone though. Matt can't land the slash. Blinks away from. They've been cleaned up. Now they can get on point. Where's the payload? Can they tap it? Is it still too far back? They'll get another recontest. Crazy Raccoon.
Crazy Raccoon get another recontest, and they will have the EMP for it, but it's going to be really hard to get an EMP on Missin here. This is one of the best Ana positions in the whole game. Goes for the EMP onto Heiser before the Nano's available, and catches him out. Anti-splashes on Hisang, Max, Shu, but no kills converted. Now Hisang has taken the high ground. He's up above the backline, applying pressure. It's already a 5v4, but Hisang is slept. Can they find the kill? No way.
Pulse, lamp. Lamp forced again. Spit's still trying to pressure the payload, but there is pressure in the backline. But it's a Nano Cast has killed everyone. He's walking forward. He has the hiding if he needs it, but they're all just dead. Hisang is on the high ground, but nothing he can do from up there. Has to survive, maybe go for a late touch, but I don't think they're going to get the spawns in time. It's a Sim TP. This will go into the window. One of the best points for a Sim TP recontest, but Hisang dies. Can't use that one. The second point goes through. 2 minutes on the clock, and Pokerface have a chance.
Pokerface have really found their way back into this one. First point was brutal for them, but the second point they're right back on it. Max's Queen ult, that could be really tough. Really difficult to counter that one out on Ana Brig if your Brig can't rally and bash it. Really need to space well for it, but look at the aggression from the backline.
Nice.
They just charge down Max. Shoes off the Baptiste as well. No lamp available for him, but Alien finds himself traded. Primal from Heiser catches Shu. Somebody's blocking Cart right now. Must be Hisang on the Tracer. Heiser's going deep. Might be able to... No, he's not going to be able to find another kill. The anti-splashes on Lip and Chirong, but they've been booped back into spawn. Last chance now for Crazy Raccoon, but they are closing on Max's ultimate. He's about to have it up, and there's nothing for Pokerface yet. Karu's just so close to that rally. He might be... he can counter rally now. He can surely win with the counter rally now. Oh, speed! Hits the pulse.
Wait! He got Shu. He gets out alive for Rally round the corner. Hold for bash for the Rampage now. That's all he needs to do. He bashes now. The Nano comes out. The Rampage comes through. The Sleep is wide. Max looking for a trade. Slashes in. Second bash finishes the job. Pokerface are going to finish the map. And most importantly, they should be able to finish it with time as well, which means they do get another attack. Desperate swaps for Crazy Raccoon, but no one can get the touch. Pokerface right back in it.
Crazy Raccoon, they played a comp that on first point seemed rock solid, but in the transition, they really started to fall to pieces. The dives from the Nano Monkey, the aggressive play from Missin and Karu. You love to see an Ana that wants to get into the mix and brawl, and Karu's really making that work. Every fight, it feels like he's right up with his brig. He played back of the map once when he had the best power position in the game, but other than that, he's in the castle, scrapping it out. Pokerface foregoing cart push to brawl 5v5 with their Ana, and it pays off. A dividend, perhaps. Counter Nano onto his brig when he was so low as well. Incredibly clutch. Allows them both to receive that Nano damage mitigation, and they can 2v1 Max in the backline. Really good stuff from Pokerface.
Yeah, really good stuff. And back to the same comp here on the defense. Pokerface only have a minute to work with, but always can snowball on these attack situations once you get into overtime here. Though do remember, we just watched Pokerface attack this map, and the first point was their biggest struggle. Really had a hard time. They found a few trades, but it wasn't until a couple of the later ult turns that they were really able to close it. And honestly, even some of that was Crazy Raccoon conceding all of the map to chase Spin around on second for no good reason. So Pokerface need a better version of their attack here. It does feel like they've managed to find a more aggressive timing where you see Missin and Carry taking a lot of these engages, using these nades to trade with the front line. We'll need more of the same here, because with only a minute on the clock, charging even a nano boost is going to be a little bit tight on time.
Yeah, Lip's already 25% of the way to his ult, but oh my god, Alien just swings and dinks him again and again. Taking this matchup with ease, but Charong, he blocks the side. We can only assume that Spit was trying to get to the second point. That's where he's most comfortable, but Charong blocks his advance, and that is a pre-fight onto Spin. Missin hacked up, but he's just wasting people's time right now, forcing Pokerface to rotate around, slow down their farm. They're not even close to a nano boost. They have 1 minute, and because of Spin's death, they've done nothing to charge up the nano. Max goes in deep with the Spin. There's a chance for a counter nade here, but it's a bit late. And everybody just goes down for Pokerface. The lamp keeps them alive through that anti-nade. And because Karu went down, not available to scrap it out. No AoE healing, and Pokerface all crumble inside that room. The Orisa push too strong.
Always was going to be a gamble taking that rotation through there without forcing out or clearing out Orisa a little bit more. Even though Max was in a relatively advanced position on the other side of a choke, still had all his cooldowns. So as soon as that rotation comes in, he sees the enemy backline trying to rotate, has his cooldown, spins straight into them. Crazy Raccoon pour the resources in, even Charong gets involved as well. The lamp goes a long way in that brawl in that tight room. And that's a full hold for Crazy Raccoon in overtime, meaning all Crazy Raccoon need is a tick in 2 minutes and 41 seconds to finish the series.
Oh, geez. 2 minutes and 41 on the clock. Crazy Raccoon can walk out on anything here and make it work. 1 tick to hold on to on a map where ticks are conceded at record pace. Max, he's hovering Queen in spawn, but I think when he sees the horse, he's going to make a swap. Going to jump over to the Zarya again, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, Zarya, Bap, Lucio, that we saw them have all that success on back on the Shambali. Very much seems like it will be the perfect swap here for Crazy Raccoon, and you only need a tick, so your counter comp doesn't even need to transition into anything. They can really just get this one going as soon as they see it, and it's going to be very difficult. We saw all those troubles that Pokerface had into that type of comp. The Ana can maybe help a little bit, right? The nade can force more bubbles and put Max under more pressure taking those rotations, but 2 minutes and 41 seconds is a long time on the first point here. Eyes on Max then, what his choice is once he sees the comp.
Yeah, I've got eyes on Max right now. They've clocked the Orisa, so it could be time for him to walk back. And there it is, the Zarya swap. They made this Zarya work so easily on Shambali Monastery. And here on the first point with tight angles, I suspect Max is going to be able to make it work once again. Steps up in main, starts beaming. He's used double bubble and actually isn't fully torqued this time around. Lip up on the high ground seems to have a flank. Oh god, he's nearly killed himself with his own shot. Karu smacks him into the wall. Backline nade catches Shu and Charong. Max is actually all the way in the backline right now. Cap was being threatened though, so Heiser has to back it up as everyone deals with what's behind.
Oh, what a
nice
sleep.
sleep on a Heesung, and he's going to go down. This is just good for it on the Ana to be point.
Yeah, dealt with these Sombras at every possible opportunity. Just slept them out of there a couple of times as they try and get out of there. So they get the first hold successfully here. Still a long way to go, 1 minute 45 seconds, whereas we saw Pokerface struggle to build ults. Crazy Raccoon will get these ult swings and the grab for EMP. Lots of tools to throw into this one, but an early nano boost will be a good look for Poker Face. They could use Banana to save there. Orisa on the front line, or they can just use it onto Alien to try and carry the fight. Defensive nade comes through. They're waiting for the committal here, and Crazy Raccoon have actually flipped it out a little bit here. Might need to be ult investment now. Missing has that nano ready to go. Shoot nearly has the window. Out of cooldowns, Max has the lamp. They're going to keep pushing. Here's the nano cast. Heiser will get traded. They lose 2 people, 2 for Alien, but he needs more. He's peeking the window, has to be careful. High Noon just worried about living in that situation, but Spin, he's cleaned up the backline. They have time to get their Orisa back right now. Pokerface, they are holding on. 1 minute left on the clock. They're going to have Terror Surge and Pulse Bomb. They have a combo, but he's spawn camping. Pay attention, Karu. A bash comes in. Hisan can get out though, no problem. They know he's up there, but Max is taking this liberty to walk forward. Shu has killed Spin during all of this. Max is already on point. Missin is so far forward, they're trying to rotate away. Missin's giving him the slip, actually. Alien's on the run. Now Strong is 1 HP. Doesn't get out of that one. Heiser has the Terror Surge. Missin has been on an adventure, loses that duel to Shu. Heiser still has the Terror Surge, pulls him in now. No lamp available for Shu. Low HP round the corner. The hack comes through from Hisang afterwards. Max nearly has the grab. Shu is 1 HP. Spin takes him down. He has the pulse bomb. It's clutchable. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Haru has the rally, but this grab could be everything. Chirong nearly has the beat, but if they push deep, if they find this kill on Lip, it could be all they need. Spint has gone so deep. He's mismanaged his blinks a little bit. He's stuck in the back. He's behind. Chirong is taxiing Shu. They're about to lose this ult scrap if they can't win fast. Beat push comes in. Karu, he's got the rally, but he's so incredibly low. Max still hasn't used the grab. Spint is touching the point. Shu's lamp has been destroyed. Grab comes out, but the block is good. Touch!
Touch! Oh, it's a grab 9! Max touches for grab. I thought Spin wasn't in the grab. He was at the side. He's used recall, but he can't get the touch. A grab 9 from Max to save the day for Crazy Raccoon.
Oh, just a day full of heartbreaking C9s, really.
Oh, there's actually been some tremendous ones today.
Oh my days. They were going to win it.
Yeah.
They got no kills in the grab because of the rally. They got a kill. Fuck.
What? Because Spin had his recall. Spin was taken over for touch because they ended this. I'm going back. So Spin has his recall forced on point. The grab comes out. Spin. Oh, he's like 1 bar of HP. Yeah, he is on it actually. He just dies. Yeah, like
he touched.
He dies. Yeah, like he actually was on it.
Karu went for the touch. Heiser popped fort and kept pushing through. Just too slow. Oh. Nobody's close enough. I think Spin died off it too. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Spin will be screaming at this point. Someone else needs to touch. I've used recall, etc., etc. So everyone, Pokerface try and respond, but then they're just grabbed and.
I said they were going to win it, but they were absolutely not going to win it.
They're pushing back into the EMP.
Yeah, like
and it's a fat
Shu's got a bit of a
as well.
rinky-dink position at the end, but they're going to EMP absolutely everyone, and Shu's going to kill Karu, shooting him in the back of the head in the grab. So, yeah, maybe it wasn't actually that egregious of a C9. You know, end of the day, it just delayed the inevitable, given he's had that EMP.
It's still a nice play from Max, right? Sets it up, realizes the situation is going to put him under so much pressure. So even if they don't win in that exact moment, like Karu is literally dead as the buzzer hits from Shu, and then Missin is getting basic, like him and Heiser EMP'd on point. So Missin's 100% dead, and then Heiser just has to 1v3 to try and hold.
Oh, looks like there is no crash report. That's good. Alright. I think I'm going to put a fork in it real quick, honestly. I think, games are done. I can get myself a nice, not egregiously late sleep during an OWCS career day. And I need all the shut-eye I can get, because eventually it's going to be a 4-hour sleep for our match day, so...
You on the whole weekend, Ben?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the only day that's actually like awkward for me is tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is like a bunch of really good games, so I don't want to miss it. But then in the morning we play GK, and our warm-ups at 4 in the morning. So, yeah, tough, but that's life. All right, I'll palm my viewers off to somebody else. Are you going to keep streaming, or are you done?
No, I've got to go. I've got to go to the shop. I've got to change some shirts. Then I've got to hoover the house. Then I've got to go food shopping. And then I've got to sort this cufflink situation. And then
Not
And
easy
then
being,
make some
being a
fajitas.
grown man, is it? Alright,
Yes.
well, I'm going to give my viewers to Pirate because if someone deserves it, it's probably Pirate. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry about the map, the map 3 crash, but, couldn't have come at a better time, in terms of the bulk of the day. So, yep, chuck you over to Pirate. Be sure to drop a shocked in his chat when you get there. Thanks for watching,
Keep it
everybody.
shocked.
Keep it shocked.
하고 싶은 말도 많았을 것 같은데 기회가 없었잖아요. 말씀하실래요?
Alright, get the Hee-sung interview.
뭐
I don't know what he's
말할 게
saying, but
없지
he played fine. Alright,
네,
where are we going then,
감사합니다.
chat?
You really
Have
made
I-
his name sound like
지금
you made him sound like the
좋은
TU
모습 보여주기도
tank there.
했죠. 제가 또 궁금했던 게 마지막
Who?
세트 때
He sang.
선수가 남긴
He
He's-
sung like if you go for like the ong sound, it's like it's very
Yeah.
interchangeable.
마지막 세트 끝날 때요.
It's so hard actually when they play each other of just I feel like I need to like emphasize it, like he sang, he
He
sung.
sang and he sang. Yeah.
Yes. Alright, who are we rating? Do you think Tomathan's staying on for a bit?
I don't know if he stays streaming after the games. If he does, I should have given it to him. But,
Let me go ask him.
I'm a fool.
괜찮았던 것 같아요.
Let me
Yeah, I'll stick around.
shut up, he sang.
Anyway, good stream. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate y'all.
He's done.
Oh,
He's
he's
saying
just
goodbye.
I know.
he's saying goodbye. Who else is on? Cran, Time, Kelsey, Hempe.
Wait, Kelsey was live. Fuck, I didn't even notice, dude. I should have given it to Kelsey. What was I thinking?
I'll give it to Kelsey out of respect, and then I'll
Yeah,
be
that's
his
my
favorite.
bad. Yeah, you can be his favorite. I didn't even fucking realize that he was on. Misplay. What am I doing? All right. See you tomorrow, mate.
See you tomorrow, mate. Oh, all right. So yeah, appreciate everyone coming to the stream today. Sorry, I was a little bit late, but we got some good games out of it. Maybe even though the good game was the most one-sided one. A couple of 3-0s. Interesting results. Poker Face a bit of a scrap. Old Ocean continue their good run. AG continue their unbeaten run in Korea, which surely must come to a stop at some point. They play Crazy Raccoon on Sunday. That, in theory, that'll be the biggest test so far, right? That'll be the biggest test. But if AG can beat that one, then bloody hell, they might just be doing it all. Falcons are going to have a chance to recover tomorrow against Old Ocean. But honestly, these two teams, Falcons and Old Ocean, we are talking about very different trajectories here. Old Ocean on the up, Falcons on the down. So that's a scarier map than or scarier match, I should say, rather than Falcons actually want. We're also going to get onside gaming against Vesta, which is a bit of a battle for the scrap. Remember, out of the Korean group stage, the top 4 go to a seeding tournament, 5th to 8th go to the last chance qualifier, 9th is just dead in the streets. So it's the 2 currently winless teams in stage 2 get to play each other, which means there will only be 1 winless team at the end of tomorrow. Which, honestly, how the games have been going, I think Vesta should be more likely for it. I think they're slight favourites there, but it's going to be a dogfight, that one. So that's going to kick us off tomorrow. Then T1 versus Zeta, which should be good. These are probably 2 of the teams that feel like Zeta feel like they're in very good form in this early stage 2. T1 had that big result last week after beating Crazy Raccoon. So it feels like T1 very much on the up after a strong week 2. So that should be a great game. Then Old Ocean versus Falcons, which is that scary one for Falcons. So actually a great day in Korea tomorrow. And then if I remind you, for those people who weren't here earlier, it's a great day tomorrow. Really is a great Saturday, because then we're going to get Alcadcia versus Virtus Pro, the EMEA throwdown from the 2 strongest teams from stage 1. Genji versus Peps, and what could be an absolutely outrageous, the important game for Genji. If Genji don't win this one, we might already be in crisis territory for Genji, but if they can't win tomorrow, fuck me, is it a crisis. An absolute crisis. So that is really, really great games in EMEA, really high stakes. And then we go to North America, which, it's just the top 4 teams playing each other. GK against SSG. SSG have failed against the other top 4 teams so far. Can they really go 0-3 against the other top teams in North America? It would be pretty devastating if so. And then we get Team Liquid versus Nightmare. Team Liquid should be favourites, and Team Liquid have looked better stage 2 compared to stage 1. But this will be another severe test for them. Their strongest test since that SSG one on week 1 as well. So, actually, Saturday is looking to be a great day of Overwatch. So if there's a day to watch, This weekend, if there are games to tune in for, it is going to be no Saturday games. So, yeah, I'll see you for all of that tomorrow. That should be fun. I need to go get through all my chores and stuff. So I'll send you over to Kelsey, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you again. Hopefully I will, because like I said, that Overwatch, it's looking good. Take care, everyone.